Thirsty? Give it a shake. Oh no. Oh no. Now I know why all the creators love creating this video, because it's actually so much fun. I've been dying to read this book for... Okay. I didn't want this one. But actually, hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be trying something very different for my channel, and that is a monthly TBR. The reason I've never done this before is because I only have this little baby shelf and I never really had it filled to the brim. I would just read and buy and read. So I would never had an overstock of books. As you can see, I do. I'll insert some footage here what it looked like before. It's all double stacked. I did have to pull some books off the TBR just so that I could separate it for a different video, which is reading books under 10,000 reviews. I didn't want that to be on the TBR. But other than that, these are all new books. There's a couple of library books there as well. I'm very excited to try this out. Before we get started, please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Also, grab a drink and a snack and let's jump straight in. I've used this TBR jar in a previous video before and I just updated some of the prompts in here and kept some of the others, but we're going to be choosing 5 prompts out of here. I know it's not clear, but I still thought it was really pretty. I found this at a charity shop and I decided to use it for this. Firstly, give it a shake. Open it up, make sure there's like a lip in there, so hopefully nothing gets stuck. And these are all the prompts. The orange ones are the new ones and the blue ones are the old ones, but I'm just gonna try not to look and pick a random one. Oh, that's an old one. A booktuber. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. If you can't see that, then I will just pop it on the screen. It says a bookstagrammer, or I can't even read. A booktuber or bookstagrammer rec. I have the perfect book for this, and I don't know if you guys, you can't even see it. It's on the bottom shelf. I've been dying to read this book for so long, and this is the perfect opportunity. It traveled to the UK with me, didn't read it there, and it traveled all the way back with me too. This is the first book we're going to be picking. This is The Ministry of Time by Kellyanne Bradley. And like I said, when I first picked this up, I heard Ashlyn talk about it. I can't remember what her name is. Ashlyn Cayley, I think, who's married to Ian. That one. I saw Ali Good, she read it. Haley Pham read it. So a few people read it and really sold me on it. As far as I know, it is sci-fi with a bit of romance in it and also a little bit of general fiction. So very excited and I can't wait to pick this up. I don't know where to put all the books. I'm just going to put them on the side because this is pretty full. Maybe we can put it here. Can you see it there? Just popping out. I'll put them there. That's a good idea. So I am not going to put my prompts back in my jar. I'm not going to recycle them. I'm going to throw this away, and when we get low, if we keep doing these videos, when we get low, then we will replenish. But I don't like to see the same prompts over and over personally when I watch TBR videos. Next prompt. I think there's a couple in here. So this is an orange one. You guys can see first. Let's see if it will focus. I don't even know if you'll be able to see my handwriting, but this says, by an author you have never heard of. That is actually perfect because I have a few books that I've never heard of. I like to buy books by authors that I never heard of. I just usually read the back of the book and then kind of surmise how I feel about it and then whether or not I want to buy it. So this is a pretty easy one. And I think because this is a library book, I really want to get into it and just get it done. I don't know if that works. It does for me anyway. This is Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw, and it is a YA fantasy. It sounds very interesting. It says A Feast for Fantasy Lovers and Dreamers Alike by Adrienne Young. So she blurbed the book, and another blurb over here says an addictive blend of lyrical prose, shimmering magic, and whip sharp pacing by Laura Stevens. That's very excited because Adrienne Young, obviously everybody knows her, and then Laura Stevens, obviously you should know as well. I can't remember what the book is called, but I'll pop it here. So very exciting, and we'll see what we think. I think it will fit into a video that I'm actually doing like next week that will be coming up. Definitely will fit into that. I think it's a fairly newish release if I'm not mistaken. No, 2024 release. That's all I know. YA, fantasy, magic. That's all I need to know. Okay, moving on to the third prompt. Oh, another orange one. What does it say? I think I kind of glanced and saw what it said. Read the highest rated book on your TBR. Okay. I'm going to preface this with saying the highest ranked book I think on my TBR I won't be reading because it is also the longest book on my TBR. I have a plan to actually read that entire book in a vlog with like spoilers and stuff because it's such a long book. I thought it would make a nice long video. If it is that book that I'm thinking of, we'll choose the second one. Just to preface that, because I don't want you guys to get disappointed, because I want to read this book, I'm saving it, and I just want to dedicate a whole video to it. Let me screen record. Start recording. Yeah, there's always a lag with screen recording and I hate syncing it up so bad, but I just sorted out like my want to read books on, because I use Gmail. I use Goodreads for it, so I usually add all the books in, but I kind of separated my new releases out because it was getting confusing. So let's go. What is it? Average rating. Okay, just as I thought. The highest rated book on our TBR is Alchemized by Sin Lin Yu, and that is the book I'm planning to do an entire vlog on. So we are not reading that. We are not, because I want to like just have a whole week to vlog it and not rush or, you know, reading 3 books in 1 week. I just want to honestly dedicate so much time for that, and I already have my videos planned out for I think most of March, so definitely not keen on reading that just yet because I want to give it my full attention. As you know, I loved Manacled. That is not being read. The second highest is Heartless by Elsie Silver, which I do have, but I did not bring to South Africa with me. It is still with my husband, so when he comes in a couple months time, he'll bring me some books that I had to leave behind because my luggage was really heavy and it was majority just books. So then the third one down we have here is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J Maas, and that is the next book I need to read in the Throne of Glass series. So I think that is going to be our pick. It is right here. I'm scared. I really did love Throne of Glass. I didn't love Assassin's Blade, as you guys may or may not know if you do watch my videos. If you don't, I might just pop them up in the cards if you haven't seen that. But I loved Throne of Glass. Didn't love the Assassin's Blade because I read it first and it was so out of context that I feel like I kind of missed the point of the story. And I might reread it after this because I think it slots in after this. But this is the next book in the series. I don't exactly know what it's going to comprise of, but I absolutely love Throne of Glass. I love Sarah J Maas's worlds that she builds, and it's just so vivid and realistic for me. Absolutely love it. It feels like a movie playing through my brain. So I'm very excited. This is also the last book I actually physically own, so I have to go buy the rest of the series as well, but very excited. I think I have a video in mind for this anyway. Okay, second last prompt. The reason I'm choosing 5 books only is because I don't know how this is going to work for me. I don't know if it's actually going to work for me because I'm very goal orientated. If I set out to read 5 books this month, I will definitely be reading 5 books this month, whether it fits into videos or not, and I put a lot of pressure on myself when I have goals. I'm one of those people, when I set out a task, I will complete it no matter what the consequences of that are. So that's why I've never really done this before, because I have such themed videos, but I thought we'd branch out this year because we do have a bigger TBR here. I thought let's try it. Maybe you guys like this video. If you do, please give this a thumbs up and I'll definitely do it again next month. But let's choose the second last prompt here because I'm a real chatterbox. I need to drink some water as well. Okay, we have another blue one. So we've had 2 blue and 2 orange. That's interesting. Let's see. I don't know if you saw that. A book that has been turned into a TV show. I didn't want this one. But actually, that goes perfectly with the library book that I have. Can you see it? Can you spot it right over here? Oh my gosh, because there's actually 2 that I have and I'll show you it. Don't judge me. Please do not judge me. Firstly, the one I think we are going to choose is Family of Liars by E.L. Lockhart. And this is the sequel to We Are Liars, or We Were Liars, or We Are Liars. Can't remember. What is it called? Yeah, We Were Liars. That says it right there. We Were Liars. Absolutely love this series. I never read the first book, but I saw the second one at the library. So I thought I want to pick this up before the second series comes out. I don't know when it's coming out, but when the sequel comes out, I want to have read the book. They didn't have the first book there on the shelves. It was checked out. So I thought, you know what? It doesn't matter. I kind of know the gist of the story. So I think this would be the perfect book for this prompt. And it is a library book, which I need to return eventually. But I do also have this. People We Meet on Vacation. I did see the movie. I don't know if I put it in a video, but I would give the movie like a 2.5 5 out of 5. I just thought it was so cheesy and over the top. I thought like the main female actress was like, main female actress, you can tell I'm a reader, the main female character, she was just over the top, OTT, and it was just too much. And I don't know, I didn't love it. When I heard that the movie was coming out, I thought I might as well, I don't love Emily Henry, but I thought I'd love to read the book just to see what I think. And then one night I just decided to watch the movie. But I do still have this on my TBR, and I might just read it at some point. I might just read it and then watch the movie again and see how I feel, but definitely not for this time. That's what I was dreading, because I forgot that I had this on my TBR. So this is the 4th book we have, A Family of Liars by E.L. Lockhart. So this is the final prompt. This is so much fun. Now I know why all the creators love creating this video, because it's actually so much fun. But anyway, let's pick the last prompt. Kind of want an orange one again. I think the orange one fell out. Shall I just take that? It fell on the floor. I wanted an orange prompt anyway. Oh no. Oh no. I definitely shouldn't have picked this up off the ground. So a BookTok popular book. There are loads actually, but I don't know if I have many. Obviously, Alchemist will work for that. Maybe I could do this. Kingdom of the Book. I don't really want to do When the Moon Hatched either. I think it's too dense for me right now. Don't know. So, okay, these are my thoughts, because I've heard of all these books from TikTok. So the first one is The Prison Healer. Absolutely dying to read this book. I also like how floppy that is. Look at that. That's amazing. I've heard a few people talk about The Prison Healer. So that is option 1. Option 2 is Kingdom of the Wicked by Kerry Maniscalco. I've heard so many things about this and so many people love it, and obviously it's got a spin-off series as well, so this is definitely one as well. And then the last one I have here is The Book of Azrael. Again, I heard so much about this. This is with Sam Kyle and Diana, so really keen to read this as well. And then I do have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, but unfortunately I just don't think I'm in the mood for like such a high fantasy, because this is also very dense. It has a glossary as well, doesn't it? Yeah, because I tried to read the Mime Order, which I absolutely loved the first book, which was The Bone Season, but I just could not get into it. So I don't think, no, I'm not going to choose that. When the Moon Hatched, I'm not ready for it. But of these 3, okay, I'm gonna go with what's been on my TBR for the longest out of these 3, because obviously a lot of my books are influenced by either BookTok or TikTok. I'm gonna go with Kingdom of the Wicked. Yeah, we're gonna go Kingdom of the Wicked, definitely. Let me know if I'm wrong about that, but I don't know which side of BookTok I'm on, but maybe you're not on the same side. I think that works for the prompt. Okay, so this is our TBR for March. The first book we have on our TBR is The Ministry of Time by Kellyanne Bradley, and this prompt was a BookToker or Bookstagrammer recommendation. Then we have Compass and Blade by Rachel Greenlaw, and this was by an author that I've never heard of. Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the highest rated on my TBR. 3rd highest, but still the highest. Family of Liars by E. Lockhart, and this is a book to TV adaptation. And lastly, a BookTok popular book, which I chose A Kingdom of the Wicked for. That is the 5 books that I hopefully will read in the month of March. Let me know, like I said, if you like this type of video. I'll definitely be able to do more of it if you do. And if you don't, also just pop that in the comment. Please do remember to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my videos be pushed out. But that being said, thank you so much for joining me, and hopefully we have a very exciting month of March of reading. See you all next week. Bye guys.